You know, most people are stuck using AI as a simple chat box. You just kind of copy and paste text back and forth constantly.
Yeah, you ask one single question, and you get one simple answer.
It feels incredibly limiting, and honestly, it's quite tiring to manage.
Well, today we're moving way past that single chat box. We're going to manage a full automated AI team instead.
They actually work directly inside your computer folders alongside you.
Exactly. So welcome to another deep dive for you, the learner.
We're exploring the 7 layers of Claude Cowork today. We start from basic setup and reach full automation eventually.
It really feels exactly like building a new house from scratch. You build a solid floor, then your walls, and finally a roof.
We're basically building your entire AI house together today.
But before we build anything, we absolutely need a blueprint. Let's examine the permanent brain of your new workspace.
Right, because most people simply copy text into a browser tab today. When you close that tab, the AI forgets absolutely everything.
The underlying context window just gets wiped completely clean every time.
Exactly. Claude Cowork fundamentally changes this extremely frustrating process.
But you absolutely need the desktop app for this to work. You navigate directly over to the Cowork tab on your screen.
You have to allow the AI to see your files. It actually touches the local files on your machine directly.
So it doesn't just talk about your work theoretically. It actually executes the work right inside your local folders.
Yeah, and that brings us to the most important foundation layer. You need to create a CLAUDE.MD file right away.
This file anchors the underlying context window of the model. It acts as a permanent system prompt for your workspace.
So the AI constantly reads this file in the background, invisibly, because, long conversations usually make an AI forget its original purpose.
Yeah, we call that specific problem prompt drift in the industry. It loses the thread after too many back and forth messages.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself. No. Beat. It's incredibly frustrating when the tone suddenly changes mid-project.
Right, completely. So this file keeps the AI completely focused forever.
Like, imagine starting a brand new handmade candle business. You want to sell exactly 100 candles a month.
And your tone should always be professional, but very friendly. You also prefer writing really short, clear emails to customers.
I might even add that I completely hate using emojis. And I'd tell it to always check my math, too.
The point is, you never have to repeat your background information again. The more rules you establish now, the less you fix later.
This persistent memory is the big secret most people totally miss.
Definitely. But a memory is useless if the workspace itself is totally chaotic.
That introduces the massive challenge of file organization and structure. Instead of manually clicking to create folders, you just ask.
Right. The AI is actually better at organizing complex folders than we are. It understands software ontology and optimal file structures deeply.
But what if my existing filing system is highly specific? Won't an AI just, scramble everything up?
Well, no, it actually reads your file names to understand your logic first.
Yeah.
It analyzes the existing patterns before suggesting any new changes.
So it might suggest a dedicated customer feedback folder for you.
Yeah, or it could suggest an inventory spreadsheet for your daily stock.
And you just agree, and the folders appear inside your directory. You don't have to right-click or name anything yourself.
It can even organize an old folder that is a total mess. It reads the scattered file names and perfectly groups them.
Which saves so much time compared to dragging files by hand. But I know you might have a little anxiety here. How do we stop the AI from forgetting these rules tomorrow?
The CLAUDE.MD file acts as a permanent automatic memory for your folder.
Okay, so we have a perfect memory and great digital organization now. How do we ensure the work doesn't sound completely robotic?
Right, because most people get a generic draft and spend hours fixing it. We obviously want to avoid that exact trap entirely.
This requires fundamentally shifting how you assign a specific role. Tell the AI it is your senior business manager immediately.
Yeah, role-playing shifts the probability distribution of the text generation. It stops sounding like a generic robot instantly. That's the real secret.
Let's look at replying to a tough customer complaint. You find the complaint inside your newly organized feedback folder.
You simply tell the AI to offer a 10% discount. It apologizes perfectly and automatically saves the brand new reply.
It saves the document directly into your local Outbox folder.
Exactly. There is absolutely no manual copy and pasting required anymore.
And the professional consistency just builds up naturally over time.
If you used a specific legal phrase yesterday, it remembers perfectly. Everything looks like it came from the exact same human being.
So we have accurate text that actually sounds like our brand now. But doing this one file at a time remains a huge bottleneck.
Right.
How do we scale this operation without losing that distinct quality?
Well, this requires fundamentally rethinking how an artificial intelligence processes work. Usually, an AI model does only one thing at a time.
But Claude Cowork lets you run multiple complex operations simultaneously instead.
Exactly.
Let's define that AI term for our listeners clearly. Sub-agents are mini AI workers that handle small pieces of a larger task.
Perfect definition. When you assign a big task, it breaks it into smaller pieces. It deploys an independent mini AI for each individual piece.
This completely changes the bottleneck of waiting for sequential tasks. Normally, AI is a single chef trying to cook everything sequentially.
But sub-agents are like hiring 5 sous chefs to work perfectly simultaneously. Let's say you're planning a 3-day trip to Tokyo.
Right, so Agent 1 vigorously researches the best local food options,
Right, and Agent 2 looks up the best historical museums.
while Agent 3 plans out your complex public transport routes perfectly.
They all work simultaneously to get the massive job done fast. You actually see small, transparent boxes appearing on your screen.
Each box represents a completely different working agent thinking live.
Yeah, you see one agent actively searching the web for fresh information. Another agent is simultaneously drafting a formatted file on your computer.
So one task no longer blocks the next task from starting. Whoa, imagine scaling to 5 or 6 smart assistants running parallel at once. 2-sec silence. But does doing tasks all at once lower the overall quality?
No, sub-agents act independently, maintaining total focus on their specific tasks.
Okay, so we have multiple digital chefs cooking in our local kitchen. What happens if a sub-agent starts going down the wrong path?
Yeah, sometimes an eager assistant might research the wrong thing entirely. In most traditional tools, you have to hit stop and start over.
Which obviously wastes processing tokens and absolutely ruins your daily momentum.
Exactly. But here, you use the steering bubble to correct its path smoothly.
Meaning you can easily talk to agents while they're actively working.
Right. You never have to start the entire complex task over again. It's exactly like cooking with a friend in real life.
You just look over and politely say, hey, less salt.
Yeah. So if an agent starts looking for very expensive luxury hotels,
You click the floating bubble and ask for cheap ones instead.
and you don't need to write a long, overly polite letter, just give a very quick note to change the research parameters.
So the agent hears you and adjusts its active workflow immediately.
Right. I always tell new users to look right under the hood.
Because you can click and see exactly what they are typing internally.
And understanding how they think helps you give much better instructions tomorrow. This system shows you everything and never hides the actual work.
That transparency helps you become a significantly better boss to your digital team.
Absolutely.
But these agents are currently trapped inside your local file system. What happens if they need ingredients from the outside world?
Like checking your real-world schedule or reading an external database. We finally bring those external tools in by using specialized plugins.
Wait, let's define that exact concept for our listeners clearly. Plugins are digital bridges connecting your AI to outside tools like Gmail.
Exactly. There are over 35 different reliable plugins you can use today. You simply type a backslash to easily access that integration menu.
So you can quickly connect Google Calendar and your business Gmail account.
Yeah, and then the AI can logically see when you're actually busy. It can help you find time for a very important client meeting.
It can even aggressively remind you of an upcoming strict deadline. I use this heavily for my own weekly podcast planning.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you prompt the AI to critically check your tasks folder first.
And it looks at your connected calendar for the upcoming work week.
Then it writes a comprehensive summary and automatically emails it to you.
Which saves you from constantly jumping between 3 different browser tabs. Everything happens smoothly inside one single unified desktop screen. But are we forced to connect all our personal apps at once?
No, you manually pick and install only the specific plugins you want.
Got it. Mid-roll sponsor, read placeholder. So we've connected outside tools and guided our dynamic digital team. How do we finally step back and let the system run itself?
This brings us directly to the holy grail of total automation. This officially turns you from an AI worker into a real boss.
You can easily create a ghost worker for your scheduled tasks.
Yeah, this ghost worker runs quietly in the background all the time. It is extremely hardworking and very quiet.
Like, imagine waking up to find a finished data report in your email.
Exactly, and you didn't have to click a single button to generate it. You don't have to remind the AI to work every morning.
You just set a daily or a weekly execution schedule once.
And the AI automatically tackles the boring, repetitive tasks without your supervision. You don't even need to open your laptop screen anymore.
It handles the mundane tasks that drain your energy every day, which completely frees your brain for significantly more important strategic thinking.
Having a reliable system that runs automatically makes your life much easier. You never need to worry about forgetting a weekly analytics report.
Because the AI already generated exactly at the specific time you picked.
Right. But we know automation can feel a little scary at first.
Yeah, I can see listeners worrying about an unsupervised robot writing emails. That sounds like a massive corporate liability at first glance. Can the ghost worker accidentally send bad emails directly to clients?
Draft mode holds messages safely until you manually approve and send them.
So the AI does the hard parts like reading and complex writing, but then it safely leaves the finished email in your drafts folder.
Exactly. Instead of sending it right away, it patiently waits for human approval. You only need 10 seconds to quickly review and hit send.
It literally saves 90% of your valuable daily time, and it also keeps your professional work 100% accurate always.
So true. Let's look at a few extra tips for advanced power users.
Right, these are hidden workflow features that make a really big difference.
You can run multiple entirely different project sessions at once securely. Keep your home finances totally separate from your corporate work projects.
They basically act like completely different locked rooms in a big office building.
Exactly. They absolutely do not mix up or share any sensitive project information. You can easily switch between them on the left side menu.
You can also use self-checking agents for much better output quality.
Yeah, I often ask the digital agents to strictly cross-check each other. Agent 1 writes the text for your new technical article perfectly.
Right, Agent 2 reads it and vigorously searches for any logical mistakes.
It is exactly like having a professional editor and writer collaborating seamlessly. This makes the final published quality significantly higher than standard prompting.
We have definitely covered a massive amount of technical ground today.
We truly evolved from treating AI as a static internet search engine. We successfully manage a dynamic, parallel processing digital team instead.
They literally live right inside your actual computer folders now.
Yeah, they confidently connect to your calendar and successfully draft emails on a schedule.
Please don't get overwhelmed by all of these advanced architectural layers. Just start with layer 1 to keep things very simple initially.
Exactly. Just open your computer and make a brand new local project folder.
Create your first CLAUDE.MD file to clearly see the immediate difference. You will visibly see how much smarter the AI actually becomes.
Absolutely.
Imagine what happens to your daily workflow going forward from here. Your simple desktop folder finally stops being a static digital file graveyard.
Right. Documents don't just go there to silently sit and die forever.
It becomes a living, self-updating dynamic database that constantly grows smarter. It updates automatically every single time you receive a new client email. Beat. Something to mull over.
It really is.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We will definitely see you next time. Out to your own music.